everyone, Brayden here, back in the video. Today we're playing What Remains of Edith Finch. In the last episode we went over Sam and Gregory's story. Gregory drowned and Sam was missing him and missing them, and yeah, it was sad. But now it's on to Gus, and this poem was written by his mom.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
That's kind of a cool rhyme. The letters are following us. Whoa. Oh, I have to.
Father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Do I have to collect him again? No. I like this. This is kind of cool.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that I remember.
These rhymes are straight bars. Go down. Oh. Whoa. There we go.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus
Whoa.
declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Oh, that's not very nice. Come on, Gus. Come on, brother. That's not very nice, man. How
Wind
rude.
picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
But Gus did not. Gus seems like a badass. What now? Oh.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Oh. Let's get all this stuff.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Yeah, that's a good way to get rid of it. I wish that. Gus! Whoa.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam.
Oh!
But I didn't. Until we found you.
Aw. Wow. Alrighty.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Gus. That's an okay name. Not terrible. Yeah, let me guess. There's somewhere I can... Yeah, there's somewhere I can go. Rock climbing as a pregnant
My mom
lady.
moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
I love rock climbing.
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Alrighty.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Well, that's sad. We're gonna go there next, I
My
bet.
mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Sanjay. Mom's name was Dawn. Dawn, get back here.
Lewis was born a year later.
What are these missings of? Milton. Milton Finch.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Milton, Edith,
And
Lewis,
to see kids in the house again.
Dawn. They're all wilted.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Her own
And
little
for a while,
classroom.
Things were good.
Edith,
Almost normal.
Lewis. That's kind of cool. She
But
taught
it
them.
didn't last.
Oh.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Alrighty, alrighty. This is awesome.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
And paint. Footprints. Painted door. Cool little painting. This is awesome. Milton, yeah, they don't know if he died or not. He just went missing. What's this say? The magic paintbrush.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Pretty long flip book. Whoa. Bye bye. Never got to he didn't finish it. That's pretty cool.
I was 4 when
Oh.
Milton disappeared.
2003. That's when he disappeared, but... Well, this kind of sucks, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Is that... I think I just saw the... Yeah, there's the character. Alright, I have to leave it through here.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Wait, what? Oh, there's stairs. Do I really need to go all the way around? I can't even run. Ah, come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. This is a sad, sad episode. Reading is a hoot, and it's an owl. Oh, that's...
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Oh, no. Can't go that way. I don't know how this all stays afloat. I like how I made that joke without even realizing this was a boat. Oh, come on. Okay, so I just can't open it. Oh. I kind of got baited when trying to open that. Alrighty, let's go down on in here.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar.
Huh.
That part of him lived on.
marijuana, man. Oh no, why are you leaving? Okay, dude. Played video
Lewis and I
games.
spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's kind of. I mean, you can't really see. Dawn Finch.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Ooh.
He kept
Substance
working
abuse.
at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
Began to what?
wander.
Oh.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small,
This is hard.
imagining a labyrinth.
No, I baited myself. I'm focusing on the maze. And I'm just doing
He'd feel
the...
his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
Whoa. Hold on, I need to focus on the canning. Come on, quick, quick, quick. There we go. Alrighty.
But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
Oh, now it's 3D.
I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery.
Give me
I
more
spoke
fish.
with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
let
look at
him go
me.
on.
I'm so good, and I'm able to do this both at the same time. Oh
I
no.
even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Oh yeah, you gone crazy.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Come on, man. Oh, come on, brother. Okay, there.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
Of course he did. He's a genius.
Then he made musicians.
I am the
And songs
king.
for them to play.
You shall bow down to me.
He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He He no longer spoke at the cannery,
Uh-oh.
but his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So
What,
he
is
could
that a
do
bad
whatever
thing?
he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Of course he
They
did.
begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game. for
Uh-uh.
him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
Oh, I need to control it. Jeez, this is
You
is
Louisville.
something. Oh, it reminds me of Rise of Empires. It's a game my dad used to
St.
play.
Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis.
Yeah, Minneapolis.
Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
Oh.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Aww.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
Handsome. Wait, what?
handsome queen.
I just got baited. Shouldn't it be a beautiful queen? No, I'm confused. I am confused.
The queen was on her own quest for
Sinister serpents.
sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her
An electric sitar? Nah.
silver harp.
Yeah. Silver harp.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Uh-oh.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Well, why would you want to leave this place? This place is awesome.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
A creator.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was
Aw.
overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Now, we're still in the cannery, man.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Oh, gosh. Oh, come on, Lewis.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
What? You're not even doing it right, Lewis. Lewis.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
No-faced weirdos. Oh gosh, guys, this is getting weird. I think this might be the end of the
Including
game.
the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Up the steps.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
Okay, dude.
There was only one thing left to do.
Yikes.
Bend down his head.
Wow.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Did he do that at the cannery? Seriously? I think he did.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
It's weird because you think that she's talking to you, but I know that she's not. She's talking to someone else, I'm pretty sure.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed.
Well, that's what I'm doing this video off today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment below, any constructive feedback would be greatly appreciated. And if you do my channel, enjoy my content, please don't forget to subscribe. Because when you guys subscribe, it makes my day. Nice to be people in the next video, whenever that is, which is tomorrow, like always. And yeah, goodbye, everybody.